L'Europe n'a pas été faite, nous avons eu la guerre. L'Europe ne se fera pas d'un coup, ni dans une construction d'ensemble. Elle se fera par des réalisations concrètes, créant d'abord une solidarité de fait.
Hello, I welcome you here in Amsterdam at the offices of the European Cultural Foundation. We're here in Amsterdam, but of course we're working all across Europe because we are the European Cultural Foundation, and our founders created the European Cultural Foundation already in 1954, so over 65 years ago, with the idea to create a European sentiment, or how not to create, to grow a European sentiment. And we are still busy doing this because it needs to grow. There is something, but we need to grow it further. That's why we as the European Cultural Foundation are working on it. The European Pavilion, the initiative we are promoting and we are talking about today, is one of these initiatives, not only to grow a European sentiment, but to imagine what Europe could look like. What are the futures of Europe? There's not only one future, there are many futures. And there are many problems and many challenges. So the European Pavilion will address these things in an interesting, creative, different way with many different people, many different organizations all across Europe.
Hello, my name is Vivian Paulussen and I'm head of programs of the European Cultural Foundation. Our programmatic activities are centered around the idea of Europe as a cultural community. We work in three different thematic program areas. One is about how Europeans shape cultural safe spaces digitally and physically and come together to share their experiences, their ideas beyond national filter bubbles. The other programmatic area is experience. There we stimulate people to experience each other's context, each other's local context through supporting exchange of people. The third programmatic cluster is that of imagine. That, of course, is all what culture is about. This is about the future of Europe and how we can stimulate innovative ways and solutions for the way forward in a sustainable way.
To imagine the Europe of tomorrow is not an easy task. It is neither starting from a blank page or following a preconceived narrative. Rather, it is about adding footnotes and creating spaces for imagination. With the European Pavilion, our ambition is to support and facilitate a space that encourages experimentation and visualization on Europe. In collaboration with partners, we set out to support a European network of arts and culture organizations which, through artistic and educational programs, explore ideas for a future Europe. Together, we want to visualize and debate what Europe is and, above all, what it can become tomorrow. We want to tell stories, imagine, speculate. We want to question and debate. And what better place to do so than a pavilion? Throughout history, the pavilion has taken on many forms and functions, and it has the quality to remain open for new meanings and new definitions, much like Europe itself.
I love the idea of a pavilion because it's permanent and it's not permanent. You know, sometimes you build things for a pavilion and then you never take them down.
The European Pavilion feeds into all our work.
We are happy to have you on board.
See you in the pavilions.